Λοιπόν, είμαστε 20 λεπτά μετά τις 8. Έχουμε την τύχη να έχουμε στην άλλη άκρη γραμμής από το Λονδίνο ένα σημαντικό όνομα του punk, τον Eddie, τον John Eddie Edwards, των VIBRATORS. Hello, Eddie.
Hiya, how are you?
Just fine, how are you?
Good, good. Nice to be on your radio show.
Okay, my pleasure. Anytime. First of all, Eddie, tell us about the fantastic new album.
Oh, it's called Under the Radar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's out on Captain Oy Records.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it at Pat Collier, our old bass player, his studio.
Yeah.
Down in South London.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all new songs, mostly written by Knox. Some of them written with Peter as well. And we're very pleased with it. It's come out really, really good.
Yeah, it's a great album.
Rocking album.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready for a tour in the USA, I think, close to September?
Yeah, we're out there for 6.5 weeks, I think, at the beginning of September.
Mm-hmm. What about an Athens gig, really?
We have got something penned in, I think. When is it? On the when we come back from, I think it's on the 30th of October.
Oh, great! Wonderful.
So we're looking for that. Yeah, we've got someone sorting out a gig out there, so we should be out on around about the 30th of October.
Mm-hmm. Eddie, wonderful news. Let's talk a little about 77. What do you remember most about the music scene back then? You know.
The music scene back in 77, God, deep in the mystery of time, in the mist. I think 77, everything had kicked off. We started in February of 76, and prior to that, there was a lot of very boring bands playing around England, you know, doing kind of country rock, and we were really bored with that. And so we wanted to try and bring back a bit of vitality, a bit of life, and a bit of energy into rock and roll. You know, the way it used to be when you had people like Little Richard in the 50s and Chuck Berry in the 50s. Stuff like that. And we wanted to give it a kick up the arse again and make it exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And so we started playing and trying to make it a lot more high energy, a lot more exciting, and then found that there were other bands trying to do a very similar kind of thing in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
Bands like the Eddie and the Hot Rods and the Jam and the Damned and Sex Pistols, obviously, and the Clash. And we kind of suddenly realised when you started going out and doing shows that there was like a little movement of all these bands. And then by the time it got round to 77, suddenly there were hundreds more bands, you know, that had all joined in on the wake of what had happened in 76, particularly in the wake of the 100 Club Festival and all of those things. So it was very exciting. I mean, the clubs were always packed out, and places were dripping with sweat, and it was really good fun. And we used to go out. If you weren't playing yourself, you'd go out and see all the other bands and hope that they would play on the same bill as you so that you could see them that way. But it was very exciting, very good.
And what about the spirit of punk nowadays, Eddie?
Yeah, I think it's still there. I mean, there's still a lot of people that are very much into the scene, who enjoy it. There's, you know, a lot of high energy bands and still going out playing good, exciting rock and roll. I don't think in England and America it gets the press coverage and the exposure on radio stations and things in our part of the world that it deserves. But there's not much you can do about that if they don't play your records on the radio. It's very difficult. But it's starting to pick up again because it is very popular and it's a very big underground thing. You know, the festivals over here, they get, you know, when you do Rebellion, they've got 12,000 people there, you know. So, you know, it's very good.
And what about your memories from the John Peel sessions, Eddie, with the VIBRATORS?
All those, we did 2 or 3 of those. We did. They've just been re-released actually on an album, on a vinyl album, which has come out released by a guy in Spain on what are they called? I can't remember what the label's called.
It's okay.
I'll tell you. It's like Tacom Eratio Records. The sessions were a lot of fun. You had to do them in a day, and you pretty much had to do them as live as possible. So we did 3 John Peel sessions. The first one at the end of 76, and then one in 77, and then one in 78. When the first one was before we had any records out, and then the second one we did when Pure Mania came out, and the second one in 78 we did when V2 came out.
Yeah.
But you used to go down this great big long corridor in the building, and the engineers there were great. They used to come up and play along and do all kinds of effects or whatever you wanted when you made them. So it was a lot of fun doing them.
I'm sure. Thank you very much for your time, Eddie. We'll be in contact anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you again.
No problem.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, thanks very much. Bye.
Bye.